Shalom. I want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakagodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Ayn Allah from GMS Chicago, and I'm going to do a lesson about getting chastised and scourged in this truth and why it is needed. And first, I'm going to start with Hebrews chapter 12, verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. And you go into the word chasteneth, or chastisement, means to train children, or to be instructed or taught or learn, to cause one to learn, to chastise. Or you come down here, it says, of a father punishing his son, of a judge ordering one to be scourged, or you see here in the seat, to chastise with blows, to scourge. And all of this is meant to discipline us and to humble us in this truth. And in this truth, you're going to suffer. And really, you're supposed to suffer so that you can at least be humbled down. I'll read that again in verse 6. From whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourge every son whom he receiveth. And let's look into the NLT. For the Lord disciplines those he loves, and punishes each one he accepts as his child. And a father in the household, a father is supposed to chastise his son. A father is supposed to punish his son so that his son just doesn't become rebellious as fuck when he's older. Because nowadays you have those single mother parents, those where a child doesn't have their father in their life, and it's just the mother raising up the child. And when that child grows up without the father, that child really becomes rebellious. That child becomes not disciplined. That child becomes out to be just a nigga. He picks on nigga traits from his mom because his father wasn't around. Verse 7, if ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the father chasteneth not? And yeah, you're supposed to suffer in this truth. You're supposed to receive scourges. You're supposed to receive discipline in this truth. That just shows that the Lord is dealing with you. Verse 8, but if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. And yeah, just like again, you're supposed to get chastised. You're supposed to receive scourges in this truth, to be humbled down and to be instructed the right way. I'm gonna bring out 1 Peter real quick. This is 1 Peter. Oh, Slacky. This is 1 Peter, chapter 4, verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahweh's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. And in this truth, we're going to go through sufferings, just as Yahweh went through all kinds of sufferings. The Lord's elect are gonna go through sufferings as well, and this truth. That's part of being in this truth, is to suffer. We'll bring up Proverbs chapter 19, verse 13. Starting at verse 18. Chasten thy son while there is hope, let not thy son spare for his crime. In the LNT, it says, discipline your child while there is hope, otherwise you will ruin their lives. And the Lord, he chastens his elect, right? Because the Lord is instructing his elect the right way in this truth. Job chapter 5, verse 17. Behold, happy is the man whom God correcteth. Therefore despise not the chastening of the Almighty. In NLT it says, but consider the joy of those corrected by God. Do not despise the discipline of the Almighty when you sin. And we can't despise the discipline of the Almighty. Is very much needed. That the Lord chasteneth his elect as if we're his children, is very much needed to humble us down and to guide us the right way in this truth. Because you see the average person out there. You look at the world are not really getting chastened, and that's a bad thing. The world are following after a death style and not a lifestyle. The world doesn't receive discipline. The world will rather just choose to live a death style and just continuing following wickedness. With the hopeful elect, they're gonna be chastened, they're gonna be scourged every time to be instructed the right way, so that we don't take part of that second death, which America will be blasted by nuclear fire, along with these 2/3 and these heathen nations. One more precept. This is Psalms chapter 94, verse 12. Blessed is the man whom thou chasteneth, O Lord, and teaches him out of the law. Go into the NLT. It says, joyful are those you discipline, Lord, those you teach with your instructions. And hey, this is the way to live. To be instructed the right way, to be disciplined, to be scourged, so that we can be humbled down, and not lean onto our own understanding, and not to do as we please. The Lord is having his elect following the way how to live. But yeah, that was it to that lesson. I hope it was edifying. I want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, and Shalom.